Welcome in this video. Here's Steph Capital. In this video, I want to go through my trading view, do a weekly market breakdown analysis, sharing with you, explaining with you, or describe in detail with you how my own view about the price action on gold, GBPUSD, and USD during this week, and also doing a top-down analysis at the end of each instrument analysis. I want to do a top-down analysis on the higher time frame, a prediction where the market could potentially move to the next week. Also anticipating and be aware of where the market, aware ahead of the market for the next week. In this video, if you like this video, make sure to comment, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to turn on the notification to not miss out my next video, because in this channel we are just talking about trading, only trading, ever trading. Yes guys, thank you so much. Don't forget to share. Thank you. Let's go straight to my trading view, and I will break down with you, starting with gold, second with GBPUSD, at the end with USD. As you know, I have started also doing swing trading, because for a while now I was doing backtesting about the swing trading strategy that I want to use. Finally, I gathered some data and I have some confidence to going live market and implement it inside live market, and potentially it could be a good way for me, because I have found that swing strategy I get more good, peaceful, no pressure, nothing, and I make good profit compared to day trading that I try to force, constantly doing a lot of mistakes, small mistake, and keep in negative or keep at break even at the end of each month. Let's go straight to my chart, guys. Finally on my chart, here is a weekly time frame, starting with the weekly time frame, and you can see the market has been very massively bullish, and for the past few months market is really ranging bounce, and 1 month since January, market dropped massively, and since then it has been just ranging bounce. Weekly time frame, as you can see, once we mitigate this daily demand, after this spike to the downside, we mitigate this daily demand, this weekly demand, we have a massive close with large weak rejection to the upside. This is a sign that price could potentially range for a while, then spike up and close above this week high. This is what I'm expecting. As we start to range, you can see spin candle, we start to have a spin, no push to the no. But supply and demand, they are both in control, and this is we range for a while, then we just see a progression to the upside, and we can easily push price to the downside. And this is what I'm expecting for now. This is what I'm expecting for now, guys. I'm expecting this for now. Let's go straight to the daily time frame. You can see we are almost so clearly bullish. Here. There's nothing. As soon as we mitigate this, we have this inducement. We took this inducement, mitigated daily inside the weekly demand. We have a spike to the upside. We have the change of character here, internal change of character. We have what? A massively strong demand with inducement in front of here. In this small inducement, eventually pass range for a while. We have a sweep of this candle, of these two. For me, I'm viewing this as a equal lows. Pass sweep it close, and once I saw this candle that close above this candle here, once I saw the exact price action happen like that, like this, once price just closed with massively bullish and close above here, it was a confirmation for me that we are inside the daily demand. We have a change of character, we have an equal low sweep. This change here close above the previous daily high. For me, it was a confirmation that we must continue to upside, and the next week, because it's already Friday, market will be closed in 2-3 hours. By next week, price will take out this high. It's definitely yes, and this is what I'm expecting on gold. Price to keep pushing up, taking out this high, then we can see another pullback before we can keep going up. Something like this. Price will take out this high. For me, by next week, I'm expecting this price to easily take out this high. Clean. This is what I'm expecting. Let's go to the H4. On the H4, the flow was a little bit messy today. This week, the H4, we have a clear bearish massive momentum. We have a break of structure, but inside this H4 demand, inside the daily, you have what for me, I was expecting price to react from here and keep pushing to the downside. Last week, I was expecting price to keep pushing to the downside, mitigate this extreme demand, but this extreme demand have a change PY. This PY generate this PY. You have an inducement sweep. I was expecting price to keep pushing here before having a reversal to the upside. This is what I was expecting. Eventually, once I saw price react here, rejection, sweep this low and have a change of character, it was enough for me to confirm that at this point price will not pull back again, and market will just keep pushing to the upside to take out this high. As you can see, I was expecting a reaction. Once price mitigates this H4 opposite supply, what happened? We have a massive spike to the downside inside this demand too, this new fresh demand, and we have a equal high swap here. Price pullback, mitigation, push or break this high, fresh demand create here. I look to long here, I took a swing entry here, I target this opposite H4 supply. As soon price hit my TP, you have a massive reverse to the downside, and price just, yeah, as you can see here, just by next week I'm expecting price to keep pushing up here, to keep pushing up, taking out this high. Then now you can see a pullback. Maybe we can see a pullback to this demand below here. Yeah, because this demand still have a lot of orders here. This demand have a lot of orders here. A lot. I'm very confident that price will come back here soon. After price will have break close above here, and especially on the H4, price will be massively pulled back, retrace with momentum, sweep all the liquidity, the buyer stop loss here from all the movement here to mitigate this extreme. And this is not the first time that I saw this kind of scenario on gold, and I'm expecting to happen again. Let's go to H1. Yeah, this was my entry of today. You can see the order flow was bearish, internal was bearish, swing was also bearish, but the internal was bullish. I classify this as a phase C. It's a phase C because I was also buying the premium. We have a nice demand to supply. We have a flip. I'm buying inside the H4. We have a H1 PY. We have a fake breakthrough liquidation, close above change of character. My PY swept some liquidity before the push to the upside. And on Thursday I took a buy here. Tuesday I took a buy here at around here. I tried to force buy here. I get stopped out. Yeah, get stopped out here. Forcing here. See this maximum sell pressure. I tried to force things here and I got stopped out. Yeah, but it wasn't. I was not patient enough to wait, because you can see I'm expecting price to keep pushing up. There's everything is confirmed here that price will keep pushing up. Price will keep pushing up. Break. Now we can see maybe some pullback. Yeah, and for Monday, if I'm seeing opportunity as we have here, we grab some massive liquidity here, and maybe by next week on Monday I will see opportunity to take a buy. Once the H4 close above here, H4 candle close above here, it will give me more confidence. Then I will drop to H1, find an opportunity, target 1 to 2, 1 to 3, or again, and yeah, just like that I will take another swing entry. Yeah, this is everything for gold. I'm thinking gold is expecting a bullish continuation, and we know that we still have this PY here, this H4 PY. Inside this H4 PY, what we have a H1 PY inside, and I'm expecting price to keep pushing up by next week. Yeah, by next week I'm expecting price to keep pushing up. This is everything on gold. Let's go to GBPSD. Weekly time frame, as I did last week, price is clearly bullish. We have a nice sweep from the left. You can see it's swept, inducement taken. So liquidity swept here, equal high here. You have a swept here, reaction, fresh supply, demand kicking, push up before we sweep. You have a pullback here. These are the two periods that I'm expecting price to push to. As price close here by next week, just at the end of February, we will see how, if price will continue pushing up. Once the next week we close, I can easily know now. Okay, now at this point price will push up, or price we break this demand. You can see we are inside this demand. I'm expecting, here's the indecision. You are inside the demand. Yeah, from this demand, I'm expecting at least a pullback to this supply. This is supply because we have this supply too. Even it's not a strong supply. I have a strong supply. And guys, as you can see, we are on the weekly. We have this week supply. Price may react from here before. We may see another push to the downside to sweep this demand. Why? Because if price failed to close above here, above this high, that means there's a high chance that price can use this weekly demand as an inducement to mitigate the extreme here, because the extreme here swept an equal loss before the push to the upside. Price may react from here before push to the downside again. This is my expectation for next week and the month of March. Yes guys, let's go to the daily time frame now, and you can expect something really more interesting. daily time frame is clearly bullish. You are clearly bullish. You have a swing is bullish, internal is bearish. You have an internal bearish. We mitigate the weekly, we mitigate the extreme demand, and we may now price may react from here, push back inside this daily demand, inside the weekly supply here. This is a weekly supply for me, and this is a weekly daily supply inside that weekly, and price is currently inside the daily demand. I'm expecting price to keep pushing here. Mitigate here, maybe some fake break before we can see push to the downside. Yeah, this is my expectation, because I'm expecting price to take out this low, or maybe sweep the daily demand, pull back at the extreme of this weekly demand before we can reverse from here. This is my expectation. And let's go to the H4. On the H4, order flow is clearly bearish. Current order flow swing is bullish, internal is bearish. This is swing, this is internal. You have a nice supply chain inducement sweep. You have a sweep before the break of structure. Liquidity taking, same thing happened here. Currently, we are inside. You have this H4. This is H4 demand, the pink one. This is H4 demand inside the daily. You can see past mitigate just range bound for during the Asian section. At New York session, what happened? London session and New York session, what happened? Price push up, mitigate the most recent supply close to the daily demand. And what happened? Price react here. You have once price react here, you have a massive reaction to the downside and a push to the upside. That means we can potentially, if price close above here, you have now a supply to demand flip, and we could use now to buy, to go long, to eventually mitigate this, to target the supply above, or the most recent one here. Yeah, this one of these. And let's go to H1. H1 is something clean. H1 is clean. You have a clearly bearish movement, bearish structure, mitigated the H1 demand. On the left, reaction, mitigate the most recent supply, and this supply, the thing is that this supply has swept some massive liquidity before the break of structure to the downside. And price, if price close above here, I'm looking to buy. But if price by next week, price eventually close on H1 below this low, I will look to buy, to sell. I will consider that now just the first anticipation, confirmation that price may continue to the downside. But if price close above, I will continue looking to long. I will find a new demand here, because I will consider it as a sweep of liquidity and new demand. If a flip, demand, supply to demand flip, and I will continue looking to long. Let's go to the we are now on the week on EURUSD. It's a EURUSD weekly supply. Order flow is clearly bullish. You can see everything's bullish here. We have a nice sweep price fair to close above here. Price fair to close above here. We have a nice demand to supply battle between demand and supply here. We have a break, rejection massively. I'm expecting price to keep pushing to the downside, pushing here, because based on EURUSD, I can now have a more confidence saying that GBPSD will also keep selling for me, because we did not mitigate the weekly demand on the EURUSD. Price will keep selling. For me, it's sure. As I'm seeing this, I will keep selling. Also, the first confirmation that I will see on GBPSD, I will also keep selling, because EURUSD, we are still looking to short to come back here inside this weekly demand. Then I'm expecting price to keep bearish here. Then we may see a change of character before pushing up, something like this. Then weekly on GBPSD and EURUSD, they're almost similar. If something happens on USD, it's probably like 80% of the time the price action will be same, the correlation is same, almost same most of the time. Daily demand, you have a daily demand, you have what? And daily you have a strong low, weak high, order flow. We are bullish currently, and we are bullish, and you can see price mitigates this demand. This is buy to sell, sell to buy, buy to sell weak. You have this buy to sell weak. You have an equal high, change of character, a lot of liquidity sitting in front of this demand, a lot of liquidity sitting here, and you can see how price close. Market's about to close in 2 hours, and see how the market close. Market is closing with massive rejection yesterday and today, and it's a sign for price to keep doing pullback to the upside. to pull back to the upside also. Pull back to the upside before we can come back, grab some liquidity here before we can keep pushing to the downside. Or price can just be a reaction, because it also happened like that. A reaction, it just induced a lot of buyers, and for a lot of buyers, their stop loss is below here, and price will just now reverse, pushing more lower, mitigate the weekly demand below, also the daily demand below, inside the weekly demand. Something like this can happen, and use this daily demand as inducement again. Something like this happen. It could happen. Then I'm not at this point. I'm more neutral. Let's wait for more price develop on the next week, then you can see a decision. But currently we have a lot of sign for bullish pressure, bullish momentum in the market. On the H4, same thing like GBSD, same thing, pass order flow. We have here inside the H4 demand mitigate. We have a H4 demand mitigate. We have on the opposing supply, you can see mitigation, massive rejection to the downside. Then now I will confirm that the pullback will continue, or the bearish momentum will continue once price will close above here. If the pullback is about to continue, we see this bullish will close above here. Then now create a pullback. Then now we consider that we are pushing up. This is what I'm expecting before I will consider looking to buy. And if price not keep breaking this low, I will confirm that we will sell again for a long time, for a long while again. This is what I'm expecting. Buy on GBSD, on EURUSD, and on H1. On H1, you have it to at least same thing, reaction, push to no sweep, induce no sweep of liquidity before the break of structure here. Nothing. You have an equal loss below here. It's an equal loss here. You have an equal loss here, liquidity here. A reaction from the supply inside the H1 supply, opposing supply. You have what? You have a H1 demand, because here was a demand reaction. Demand demand wasn't strong here. Demand were not strong here. The seller kicking, they keep pushing the price to the downside, and we have now a demand to supply flip, because we are currently here. You now have an equal high here. If price eventually by next week price close below this low, I will looking to continue short. But if price keep pushing up, breaking and close above here, have a fresh demand, I will looking to buy. This is what I'm expecting. This is everything for this video, guys. If you like this video, make sure to comment, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to drop your own opinion about the price action of this week. And yeah, as you know, this channel we are just talking about the financial market every year. Thank you so much. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe here. Thank you, guys.